Hello everyone! The journey comes down to this after weeks of intense competition, only the best trio will remain. So again, hello everyone and welcome to Challengers Cup 3v3 Finals in Southeast Asian server. So I'm Z, your host for today. I am beyond pumped to see all of our talented trios ready to step onto the land of dawn. Whether you're joining us for the first time or a regular in our community in Discord server, we are thrilled to have you here. This is Challengers Cup, where 3v3 squads compete in high stakes, fast-paced matches, and to prove who the real legends are. So this tournament is all about speed, coordination, and mechanical dominance. And the stakes? There are never been higher. We are here for some serious loot for today. The champion bags a massive 1,200 in-game diamonds for every player of the team. For our first runner-up, 600 diamonds for each player, and lastly for second runner-up we got 300 in-game diamonds per player. So for some quick housekeeping or house rules for our stream, before we dive into the first matchup, we have special announcements for you, for our viewers for today. Throughout the stream, we will be dropping exclusive codes on screen, and if you see one, make sure to grab it quickly. So if you're wondering how to claim those rewards, don't worry, we have a step-by-step guide on how and where to claim those rewards. So it should be pinned in our chat. And keep your eyes peeled, stay active, and don't miss on those prizes while we watch our contenders battle it out for glory today. So just quick rundown for mechanics. The format will be playing 3v3 in a standard map, meaning every moment and every rotation is critical. And the goal is the first team to take down the enemy base or force a surrender wins the match. So up next, we have our absolute clash of titans. In the blue side, we have Team Zero, and at the red side, we have challengers from Team Catch. So casters, take it away.
Yo, what's up? My name is Hawky, and I'm here joined by our best one and only caster in the Discord server, Wolkenstern. Hello!
Hello, thanks for the introduction. It's being a pleasure to be here as well, casting alongside with you for the first series of today. This CFI Grand Finals. I've heard lots of great things about it, and I'm looking forward to how this is gonna develop. Like all those amazing players who have qualified and made it this far, they deserve to be here, and they are the high spotlight for today. Do you have any thoughts about today's games?
I feel like they're going to be intense. 3v3s, like Z once said, mechanical dominance, and that's what we're going to witness, right? You have to be at your absolute peak, knowing when to rotate, what lane to manage, when to do stuff as a 3-man, not as a 5-man. So this changes the game completely, in my opinion.
Indeed, yes, I agree with you. And depending on what both teams are trying to look for, we're gonna either see very long, drawn-out games where both teams are just trying to farm. Since you have 3 lanes available for all of your 3 players, so technically you could put 1 and 1 and 1. Or you could just go for the bro strategy, go push a single lane very far, try to end it as early as possible. Like, this is also a viable strat, I guess, but we will see then once the draft starts what both teams are going to go for. As you already know, we have our finalists here for the SIA Grand Finals, like on the side of what was their name again?
Team Zero.
Yeah, Team Zero. We have
I think so. On Team Zero, we have Chizo, Jang, and Rave, and also our other finalists. We got Team Catch. We got Carmela, Cecilian, and Exa, and this is a pretty interesting matchup as well.
Indeed, so we're gonna see very shortly then how they're both gonna approach this game, and as we said already before, make sure to follow all the games here, since you can also redeem gift codes or redeem prizes after every game, like once you check the instructions in the live stream chat. And here we are straight heading into game number 1. On the blue side, we're starting off with the bands. First of all, you have 3 bands, I think, and then your 3 picks. So you have a bit of variety on what you can go for, what you want to avoid in this case. Harley is a decent pick for this game mode since you could put him on the jungle and while him covering also a lane, for example the mid lane. That way, with him out of the table, there is less rotation speed, and now Minzeta being banned out. What do you think about this one?
Vincetor is a bit interesting. That means you're kind of opening yourself a rotational pick here, a quick rotation pick in my opinion, because one thing that we have to keep in mind of is Fanny and Ling. Heroes that can basically double lane, right? They can clear a lane, then push the other lane, and in a 3v3 that's very crucial if you're not playing a one-on-one-on-one, right? Because I think they're probably the best heroes that can manage lanes in terms of rotational speed, unlike any other hero in the game. But I mean, you could have Chip, you could have Lo Yi as well in terms of fast rotation. But once again, Minsatar, I think it opens up for those quick plays that they're trying to go for.
I mean, I'm already thinking about picks like Benedetta could work here, Fanny could work here. Anything like I just mentioned also with the chip, anything that can double lane or have quick rotations works here. I mean, I guess especially a Benedetta here because like with only 3 people on the map, you have lots of free room to rotate and go anywhere you want to, and she provides a lot of help for your team.
Yeah, that is true. We've seen the Paquito here as well. I think they're expecting a Paquito on the enemy side here. I mean, Team Catch Catch, we still don't know the core picks yet, but I think, banning something, you have to ban what you used to counter it at least, right? And there's a Leomord as well. Really good pressure. It also disables the chances of playing a suffocation draft. Leomord is known to be one of the best picks for drafts like these. So, I don't know. In the drafting phase, I mean, there is some thinking to it, but at the same time, you can also see a lot of possibilities of so many off-meta heroes that can work in a 3v3 composition, right?
Indeed, and as we see also, we see the Guinevere being banned out, locking them out from yet another option of a hero that could jungle and also clear a lane as well at the same time, double laning basically jungle and the lane. And with this out of the table, there already we see a trend here of what both teams want to go for. I mean, on the left side, they probably just don't want to get ambushed in 1v1 situations. Maybe don't want to try it. On the other hand, you have picks that could combo well with each other that are getting banned here. So I'm already looking to see what their gameplay now entails because, like, we have seen just the bans so far. And yeah, like we're gonna see then what they're gonna do.
I mean, so far it's been targeted towards 3 junglers and mainly fighters. And fighters are, in my opinion, really good here. Right, there it is. We have an example, Freya, in a 3v3 where you don't have too much pressure attacking at once. You have 3 people instead of 5 of trying to shut you out. Also, the Minsatar and the Badang being out, I think they kind of gave up that Freya. Do they have a plan for that though? Maybe Akasha, Franco?
Maybe, but at the same time, Freya needs items and she needs to scale. So I'm not sure what she's gonna do here. Like, yeah, she has a free lane, she can farm for now, but in a straight 1v1, she has the advantage, but something like Martis or Karina could shut her down because they have the immunity from her basic attacks. And, like, yeah, as I said, like, it's gonna be quite hard for Freya now.
It will be. I mean, the Karina pick is pretty nice here against the Freya. At the same time, you have the Martis early game dominance right there. I mean, the Freya is also one of those heroes they don't really want to give space to, so I think those picks are really good. Just in case she gets the space, she still doesn't get the comfort she's looking for. And there's still some options to counter a Freya in a game like this. You probably have Kufra that's still open, one of the best counters for Freya, I think. But apart from that, I think we're seeing a really aggressive draft coming in from Team Catch Catch. Right, you got the Karina, you got the Martis. You can already tell that they're going for Brawl game here.
Okay, so and their reply with the Julian and Suyu pick, like they go for just 1v1 fighter heroes, and I mean that's a valid strategy for a 3v3. You basically just have 3 individual lanes dealing with each other, and that's kind of it. And like you can respond to that in a different way, kind of way. Like you can just pick a safe hero that can hold their own lane, and you have also your own assassins to deal with them. Like maybe another strong 1v1 hero or just a supported hero, like that also works, and they go for the Valier here.
I think the early game potential from both teams. I mean, on Team Catch Catch here, I kind of like the Martis here. I like the double retry that they're running just so they can disable the jungle as quick as possible. Since the new update came out, both junglers can still get level 2 on just one creep, one buff, and they could probably go for an invade here, maybe even disrupt, but I think they're just gonna stick to one actually. He changed this here in the last few seconds here. I think they're sticking to one, and that might be game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Rave against Cecilia, Carmela, and Exa. Here we got the Freya, Julian, Suyu, Valir, Karina, and Martis, and this is a pretty interesting matchup. I like the early game coming in from Team Catch Catch, but at the same time from Team Zero. I mean, they have to play on a lot of micro here, and they also do need space. So let's see, as ladies and gentlemen, as we dive into game number 1, take it up, Wolf.
Yes, like we are starting here immediately
And I
with
think
game
Wolf is
number
gone
1
here,
here.
but that's fine because I'm back, ladies and gents. And let's see how this plays out. We have one person going here to the top lane. We have also of course, you're gonna have someone on the side lane to manage. And we're gonna see some Valir is having some space here. We're also gonna see on the same side, the Julian. And obviously, the most important lane so far, the mid lane to manage. I mean, you got those 3 beautiful small archers that you can just delete in an instant. So yeah, it's a fast clear and a fast rotation at the same time. And over here, like I said, this might be a Brawl game we might see here because the Martis, he's looking to get a 4 as early as possible. As soon as he unlocks that decimation, it becomes a different game. A completely different game. Right? It's a kind of unreal. And once that Karina also unlocks the Shadow Assault that she's looking for, that's also an entire game by itself. So we might see a lot of action in a game like this. And you already playing against the heroes that can also
Okay.
fight back. You have the Julian, the Freya. Hello, Wolkenster. Right now we've seen the Mortal Coil, a lot of damage here, but doesn't trigger anything yet. Pretty safe from both players. They know what they're doing. They're just waiting for that spike to hit in the early game.
Like we see already on the map that both teams are trying to set up their own place here, and we see already maybe a skirmish coming in here on the mid lane, but nothing much happening here. Both junglers just going for the jungle creeps, but we already see an invade coming in here from the Karina onto the lava golem. Is she able to secure it? As she's maybe getting punished here, she's getting chased down, and here comes the flicker as well from the Freya, gets the first blood for her team. Very well played for Team Zero, starting off the game with a first blood here. Like a very quick punish here. Like yes,
Yep.
Karina wanted to invade there on the lava golem, but that's kind of risky without backup from your team. So not exactly worth it for her at the end of the day, and she got punished for it rightfully so. But it's still not the end of the world. It's just this first kill of the game, and we see maybe another skirmish coming in here, as we see the Valkyrie descent coming in, and Valier going in with the flames, saving himself there as well. Well played here from him, defensive action. And so far, the red side team has been able to wreck at most of the plays from Team Zero.
Team Zero has been applying really good pressure and they don't want to punish, but now it's a turtle time and the retribution coming in. There it is, coming in from the Karina, going through. Does she have the Shadow Assault? The decimation following. There's the first kill, another kill. There it is, a Shadow Assault, and they're looking for third, but looks like Shizu is out of here just in time. And really good objective fight coming in from Team Catch Catch. Even though they did get punished once, they managed to get their gold and their farm back, and now they're leading by 700.
Indeed, and there we go with Team Catch Catch being finally back in the lead again, playing it pretty well, just farming all the lanes so far, getting all the crabs here as you can see. Karina's farming on the red buff as well, and so far so good here. And like yeah, not much going to happen here for the start until both teams have some more items, I assume. With Freya just wanting to get her minions in peace while Martis was poking her a little bit. We see also in the bot lane some poking action coming in from the Valier as well. Pretty well done from him as well. Nice poking here coming in. Freya being a bit pushed away on her top lane. She's struggling quite a lot against the Martis. I didn't know that matchup goes that way.
Well, it kind of did, and even without the Mortal Coil and taking out the Valkyrie's Descent at the same time, I mean, without a decimation, he just managed to take out a Freya, just like that. That's a pretty interesting matchup. The Shadow Assault here coming in from Karina just to get out here from Asuyu. And yeah, it's kind of difficult as a Karina here to catch such mobile heroes. And I think the best way to really get those kills as a Karina is that you wait from a setup, especially from the Valier.
Exactly, otherwise it doesn't work at all. And we see also the pressure coming in here again on the top lane with Martis pushing out the top lane as well. Like it's gonna be quite hard for him to deal with it. Like the Freya has gonna have a harder time. Karina already pushing down the mid lane turret as well. She's doing it quite well, gets the tower, destroys it, and we see also more rotations coming in here from the Karina as she heads slowly back up to the top lane. As she's gonna probably support the Martis with the push onto the top lane as well. Or they're going all straight towards the turtle with each other. Like there are many possibilities they can play out this situation here. They just need to choose one. They're always heading straight for the turtle in this case, and there's not really much Team Zero can do at this moment. Like can you even contest it? I doubt.
I don't think you can, and like I said, Team Catch here in the early game, they got it, right? They got the aggression they want, they can play a brawl if they want, and so far they've been dominating their lanes. I mean, they already got the mid lane turret, the outer tier, and they're also just cutting top lane constantly. So, the early game that they have, they're making the most out of it. You already got the two objectives you're looking for, you're 2k farm ahead, so much more here. I think they have to look for a tower because the longer the game goes, the more annoying that Freya gets, and at the same time goes for Julian as well. The only hope I would say in the late game that Team Catch has, not only is it the Martis, but at least massive amounts of support coming in from the Valier as well. Look, we have a mini fight here. There's the Shadow Assault, still looking for more actually. Doesn't take her out. Wait, not even a Flicker or a Valkyrie's Descent. He's just keeping his skills here. I think he's saving it for the next objective.
Very well played here from the Karina, getting that kill without any, without Freya even being able to use any of her own resources. And we see the Team Catch just applying more and more pressure onto Team Zero, and we see Karina getting now the killing spree onto the Julian. Very well played here from the Karina there. All while Martis was pushing out the top lane a little bit, while he was pushing out on the bot lane. Like this game looks like in full control of Team Catch at the moment. Like what can Team Zero do at this moment to turn the tables? What do you think?
Scale. I think that's the only option they have, is to scale. Right now, they cannot do anything. Not against this Karina, engaging with a Shadow Assault on their tower. There is a Valkyrie Descent, but it's not gonna fight that any longer because once the first skill is activated, it can just immune most of the basic attacks coming in from Freya. At the same time, it's kind of risky when you don't know where the Martis is yet, or the Valier just being pressuring a side lane. So even if you win that kill, you're still losing somewhere else, right? And I think the best chance that Team Zero can do right now is just to defend. Try to get the farm back, you're behind in 3k farm, and that's already huge in a 3v3. That's equivalent to being behind to like 6k in a 5v5, right? Or a 5k. So try to catch that farm back, maybe just play on the clear, maybe try to funnel the farm to one person that you're sure is going to carry later on. I think that's the best option.
Like they don't really have many other options to choose from at the moment, as you said. They have to rely on scaling, otherwise it's gonna be over quite quickly, and we have to see yet another fight happening sooner or later. So far, Team Catch just playing the farm game as well. Now they're trying to maybe force something on the top lane. It's hard against the Valier though. He's one of the best defenders in this game so far. And Martis getting the free push on the bot lane. Karina pushing down the mid lane. And it looks like Catch might try to look for the fight after they're done clearing with everything. Like we see they have full control over the map right now. They're trying to invade now. And they have the advantage with the farm, so they can go for it. Like there's not much Hero can do. And they have to concede this, and we see now Freya maybe in a bit of trouble. 3 members now all on the top side of the map from Team Catch, looking towards the Freya who is stuck inside her own tower here, and she has to concede it. I don't think she can defend it. Like she has to give up. It up, and we see the Karina going for it, and not exactly enough. Valkyrie saves the Freya, and they still safe, all while Team Zero was able to push out a tower on their own.
Maybe even a second tower if possible, knowing that the Julian has some really good push here, but you know, I mean, getting that 2 tower, losing a tower on top, so far you're trying to equalize in towers, right? And there it is, the Julian recon. Will he get caught? Oh, he does get caught. Let's see a Vengeance trigger in hand, sword coming through, but that's not enough to save him as the mega kill comes in from Karina, and she's just fed. She's just hella fed. That Karina is a bit troublesome to deal with now, and keep in mind you still have a Valir and a Mortis to deal with. That's right there, just suffocation overall. One person is already enough to deal with, but dealing with all three in a team fight, you have to coordinate that perfectly. Apart from that, being 4K behind as well, it's not the best of looks coming in from Team Zero here. They're gonna have to give up this Lord.
Yeah, like they have to. There's not much they can do at the moment. They still need to defend. They still have enough towers to defend this lord at least. Like that's not the issue here. But the problem becomes later afterwards. What is their future objective? Like it's very hard for them to even scale at this point because Team Catch are just pushing and applying more and more pressure onto Team Zero. Like look at this. Look at
Wee!
this. Oh my god, that was very close here. Almost getting it with the shadow kill. Not enough though, as the Lord is now marching down the top side of the map, and Freya did a great job at pushing out the bot lane. We get maybe another tower for Team Zero here in favor. Yep, it gets destroyed, and Team Zero are slowly catching up when it comes to farm and equipment. Like maybe we can see the itemization of both teams maybe at some point to see how far they are already with the items, because like I think it does make a difference right now. Like it's like 5k gold difference. Like that's two items completed and a half item for somebody else. Like we
Yeah.
see three members now from Team Zero going in maybe for the fight, but like we see Catch is still very well. Like they don't need to rush it or anything. Like they still have enough super minions. They still have the Lord available. Like they can just maybe force our Team Zero to go out. Like the Valier, look at the Valier pressure. Like they cannot do
Ooh.
anything. And Karina with the Shadow Kill as well, able to secure this tower in the mid lane. The top lane tower is going to fall next as well. Very hard situation now.
It's kind of a brawl here. The Lord is finally in. Top mid inhibitors down, looking for something. There it is, a Karina muting, whatever. Frey has to pull out. There it is, a kill coming in. A Shadow Assault for a double kill. Looks for a triple, and that might be game one, ladies and gentlemen, for Team Catch. I mean, Mortis, Karina, Valir, we've seen it right in front of our very eyes. They're very annoying to deal with in the early game, and we're able to just not give any space here for Team Zero to scale into the game either, right? We can look at the itemization here. They're just applying pressure over and over and over, and I think the flaw in Team Zero is they don't have any defense against that. It's either shred or be shredded, right? And they weren't able to get the items that they were looking for just in time. The game ended a bit too quickly for them, so that's pretty unfortunate for Team Zero here. But well played here for Team Catch as it's 1-0 for the team.
See you after the highlights. Okay, so wait.
I kinda.
Did you even do that with VMix that you don't echo and you can still be heard on?
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hockey once again, and I'm joined by Wilkinstern here. And this is game number 2. And game number 1 is quite interesting. I mean, the pressure from Team Catch Catch. You got the Karina, you got the Mortis, you got the Valir. Do you think any of these are going to get banned into the next game?
I think those heroes are very relevant. Also, moving on further into the series, so I expect them to either get prioritized now by getting picked or banned here by both teams. We're gonna see how this is gonna work out now, and I'm already looking forward to it. But like we just mentioned before, like we see the Freya now being banned out. Like you see, yeah, Freya was probably not the one they want to let slide through. And now we see also the blue side team banned out the Leomord. I believe they did it also in the previous game.
What they
And
did?
now it's looking, yeah, now we're probably gonna see something else now, something different.
The Badang once again coming out. And I think we're probably gonna see Paquito, Mincetar. These are the previous bands that I remember at least, right? There was Paquito, there was a Mincetar, but even though the Mincetar was banned and they gave away free Freya, they were able to play around that Freya. So it was, I think, in my opinion, it was probably a bait pick. Like take that and we're good, right? We might probably see some repetitive bans or maybe something from the previous game. Maybe a Suyu, maybe a Julian, because in my opinion, Suyu is really good. He's really quick, right? And there it is, the Mortis. I've mentioned that getting banned right away. Now, Mortis was really annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I agree. Like the Martis is gonna be a big problem. It was a big problem in last game, so we're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. Since he's banned out now, let's see what other options they have available on the table. There are still lots of other heroes you could try in this mode. You can also go for Benedetta if are able to play her. You can also go for something like Ling, as I guess, if you get a blue buff or Fanny. Like there are lots of other options you can go for. Like maybe even Zilong works here. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, he kinda does. Yeah, he's quick, he push, he runs, he can pick off and leave. That's one thing Xeon can does. A lot of heroes can also do that. You got Saber, except for the pushing part, right? You got a lot of marksmen that can also have the same factor as Zilong here, so kind of works, but at the same time, I think for Team Catch Catch, they're looking for something aggressive in the early game. I think they want to replicate that same playstyle over and over, right? Because I think that's one thing that you always say. If it works, why change it?
Indeed, like why change our working system? Just run it back and see how that turns out. And so yeah, the Minotaur getting banned out yet again. Like
And the
I think they
Paquito.
just don't like the Minotaur.
Yeah, probably. I think or maybe someone on the Team Catch catches him in Sator main. Probably it's a respect man. But apart from that, we're seeing a Balmond, and he is good, in my opinion. He did get a buff, and basically the spin now does physical defense reduction, so I think he might be really good now.
Could be like it's a very like I know that he's better now, but I don't know if it's enough for this 3v3 tournament sort of thing. Like yes, he can dish out lots of damage now, and he has got a good finisher ultimate. But yeah, Universe the safer choice. I would agree with that too. So yeah, good for them to pick it up now, and we're gonna see what the red side team is gonna decide.
I believe Gwen was a ban on the previous match, so probably got took that chance right away, right? And we're gonna see two picks coming through here from Team Zero. Now I'm expecting probably repetitive picks now that can work against heroes that weren't so suffocating, right? Because as a Suyu, there's not much you can do against a Karina and a Martis and a Valir, right? Same goes here with the Julian. He couldn't really engage comfortably. He always got either slowed or bursted. And I think they're going to solve that one problem that I've mentioned during the drafting, or at least the end of the previous game, of where you need something that can resist a little, right? Because you're playing a game of bursted or bursts, and basically you're playing against the best heroes that can one shot you. So Lapu Lapu here, in my opinion, is really good here, and the Joy is kind of interesting as well.
Joy can work here in this matchup, and Lapus a solid pick just for defending your lane. And now we see the Arlot as well. They want to go for combo play in here this team composition. Like yeah, like it is okay for team fights, but there are not gonna be that many team fights to begin with. You're mostly on your own. Like, can Arlo deal with it alone or not? That's a big question of today.
Kimi though. I mean, you did say there's not gonna be many team fights, and in my opinion, even though I do like Kimi in the usual matches, I feel like you're not gonna prioritize her passive that much because you don't have many people to stack on, and everyone's just so out of range, right? Only chance you're gonna get the full stacks if Guinevere or Lot set up, or at the same time you just get someone with the maximum charge.
Indeed. We're gonna see now what the red side team, like what Team Zero is gonna cook up for the last pick. It's gonna be a Gore. Like they have the CC now. They just wanted another cover for a lane, I guess. And Gore can work in that regard, but at the same time he needs to be very careful here because he can get easily get picked off by the spatial migration, for example, from the Guinevere from the final slash from Arlot. Like yes, it's a bit complicated to play Gord here, but it could theoretically work if played properly.
That is true. I do like the Gord pick against the two tanky picks here, the fighter picks, but once again, we don't know. I think in both teams, I don't. There's not a draft here that style here, not a winning draft at this point. So it's quite interesting to see how this turns out. You have a lot of pressure, but you also have a lot of fightbacks coming in from Team Zero. So let's see how this goes on to game number 2. Take it up, Wook.
And here we go straight into game number 2 of this grand finals here between Team Zero again, like a bit between Team Catch against Team Zero. Team Catch was able to secure themselves game number 1 of the day, and here we are in the game number 2. They have now a very weird team composition here, but it could work into their favor. But on the other hand, Team Zero looking for looking to tie the score, a scoreboard yet again. They are not letting anything to chance. Like they have a very solid matchup here based from the heroes to pick, like with the Lapu, Gord, and the Joy. And we see already Kimi going in for getting for some free push on the Gord lane, with some free gold for herself, and looking now for the potential gold trap here as well on the bot lane. Gord is maybe able to steal it if he times it well, and is able to do so, as I just said. Perfect execution here from Team Zero's Gord player. And like as we said before, like so far not much is gonna happen in the early game, but they just want to fight later on once they hit the level 4s with the electrifying beats from the Joy, for example. Like once she has those, it's gonna be a much different game.
Yeah, I agree here. So far, everyone's just been, making maximum use of whatever passives and skills they have before the fight even begins, right? And it just changes, right? Because it all depends on two things. It's either the setup that you can give to Gord or the special migration coming in from the Guinevere, right? Whoever lands it first on this first objective fight wins the first fight, in my opinion, right? You have to be careful because that Gord damage is not a joke. He can actually delete you. And keep in mind on the scaling factor as well. I believe that both teams are equal. You have the Kimi to scale and the cover provided also Arlot. And there it is, engaging, coming through. Electrifying beats activated. Special migration. Oh, pretty unfortunate miss here with the Violet Requiem. Looks like he might be in trouble. Mystic Gush coming through. Is that enough damage? Kimi trying to cover. This is his first blood coming for Gord. Looking for more. Rave is gonna run and try to poke as well. But not a lot of damage coming in from Kimi, because unfortunately she takes longer to scale than Gord in terms of damage. So you have to wait a bit, you have to wait a little bit here. I think the only early game you probably have is either a setup from the Gwyn natural damage, or just Arlot in general. Pretty unfortunate for the Team Catch and the first objective. I mean, they are back. Team Zero didn't really do much here for the turtle, they just left it, and I think Team Catch could probably catch up farming with that.
And they are able to secure themselves the first third of the game as well. Like yes, they lost the first blood, but they are able to fight back, getting the turtle here. getting some of the farm lost back as well. Like it's not over yet, and we see the Joy in camping in the jungle. And Kimi, are you aware of it? As we see the Joy now going for it, maybe she's going for the dash, but she
Oi!
got cancelled out thanks to the Kimi. And now we see everything falling down, and Mystic Gush cannot do anything here. And the Guinevere is looking maybe for the God as well. And look at the damage, and there's the Purifier coming in here. Now comes the Spatial Migration
Ooh!
as well. Another kill going in for the Guinevere. A double kill, and Catch are now back in control of the game out of nowhere.
That is a perfectly timed CC in my opinion coming in from the Kimi, cancelling that Joy before even the first stack comes through. It's pretty impressive, right? The way he timed that and just canceled it altogether, that basically gave them the two kills they're looking for. The farm that they're ahead now, 500, and also some Targo. Looks like Joy is coming back here for some electrifying beats and does take down Kimi. I think he did not want to let that go, and now he has a rotation to go through the red buff, which could potentially get stolen here by the Guinevere.
Interesting dashes here coming in from the Arlot as well, but at the end of the day, it's not really. It's just more. It looks more effectful than it is useful. So not much going on in that regard. And we see the Guinevere going in for the invade here. Joy is just taking up her own blue buff right now before she's going for rotations. And we see Gord and Kimi already meeting each other then on the mid lane as well. That means whoever joins the fight first is probably having the advantage, as we see also the 101 on the top lane. Well, which is just some skill effects being used, some slashes, some dashes. And we see the Joy going in for the invade. Gets maybe this jungle creep here. There's not much the Kimi can do in this situation. Has to give it up. And she just wants the minions here as well. Lapu getting a bit poked though here by the Arlot. So very well played here from Catch in that regard. And we see the Guinevere maybe going for spatial migration here later or sooner. Sooner or later, as we see her jumping but not really hitting him. But here we see already the Purify being used from the God, and we see the Guinevere still able to secure it, and we see now the rest of the team following up to support her. Now we see the bravest fighter being used here from the Lapu, but no, not much happening here with the turtle also secured. Catch is looking to make this very dominant performance yet again.
I agree here. Well, that little clip here on the Guinevere, I mean, wrong formula, but the right outcome somehow, and still managed to get that kill in the fight going through. A lot of pressure coming in from Team Catch in general, right? I mean, the Gwyn knows that Gord is on Purify. He doesn't really have anything to escape apart from the Purify. No mobility, no movement speed. So it's pretty unfortunate here for the Gord in general. Looks like a stun coming through and Mr. Gush, but just doesn't have the damage to one-shot here. Looks like she might be in trouble. There it is, electrifying beats coming from Joy. And a follow-up coming from K, but unfortunately just doesn't land. The Joy doesn't continue, and the Retribution, really nice retro here, but at what cost? I think might get taken down there, the shutdown, looking for another there, there's a Land Shaker, and a double goes here for Team Zero, as they're probably going to secure the next few towers if they can before the Arlot can catch up.
Yeah, like it's gonna be a very hard game here now for team Z. For both teams actually, since the Joy is very good scaling right now. But on the other hand, you still have Catch, especially with the performance from the Guinevere so far, who is also very dangerous. So it all boils down to who outperforms who, and then we have maybe a winner for the second game of the day. Like gold-wise, it's not even that huge of a difference anymore. Like once the towers are falling, like this tower, yes, then the gold gap is almost non-existent. Like it's very even.
Yeah, that is true, and looks like some aggression here. There's electrifying beats going in max of charge. Ooh, what a cancel with the final slash, taking out that Mystic Gush completely. But there it is, a flicker, there it is, the bravest fighter getting a kill, raging slash, looking for another, but it's just not in range. And that is a pick-off for Team Zero. And will that put them at advantage? I don't think that puts them at an advantage though for this turtle, since the Joy does not have retribution, unfortunately.
It's still fine enough for them though, and we see like now they actually completely closed the gold gap. Before it was still a little bit, but now it's basically the same. And now it all comes down to how both are approaching this. Now we see the spatial migration coming in here from the Guinevere onto the Lapu, not using everything yet, because we still have the Lapu with his bravest fighter. He can walk it off right now, but the Joy is already starting out this last turtle of the game. Or maybe she's resetting it and wants to go for a Lord Dance.
Probably. I think they are going for Lord. Maybe Arlot says otherwise. they can still take it. Yeah, there it is. Special migration out. I think he's just gonna go get his cooldown on the turtle. Maybe even potentially take it and make sure that Lord is late. There it is, they're bursting it down, the retribution is ready, and there it is taken by Team Catch Catch as they get another jump, special migration of the Wild Requiem and the pick-off. Unfortunately for Malapo, doesn't have anyone here to follow him up. Ooh, the Flicker Final Slash, Purify, but a bit too late. Though does get the stack off and puts Arlot in trouble, and that is a 1-for-1. And pretty unfortunate here for Arlot. He could have gotten the kill, but that Purify as well saved him from getting stacked by Arlot here. Pretty unfortunate.
Very greedy though, because usually you need to think about what if the enemies have the space available or not before you go for such plays and commitments, because at the end of the day the Purify has a shorter cooldown than the Flicker, and using the Flicker for this commitment was huge. So if the play failed without the Flicker, it would have been whatever. He would have had his Flicker for later on and got Purify would be on cooldown. But now he used his Flicker, he doesn't have anything, and he died for it as well before. So that was very greedy, and we saw he got punished for that. We see Team Zero now kind of applying more pressure on the map, even though they are lacking a bit behind in gold. They control the map right now, which is very good for them. And Team Catch need to find an opportunity to maybe go for a pickoff sooner or later. Winner is already in position, goes for the spatial migration and checks the bush area. And we see the god with the Mystic Gush!
There it is, the Purify doesn't have it just in time and gets taken down. Mystic Gush cancel, another special migration, going for more, doesn't have the Wild Rookin, but the dash is coming through, Joy is out in an instant. And you know, my theory here is maybe Arlot is just baiting that Purify just so the Gwyn can get engaged, because we've seen it all game. Every time Gwyn engages, ooh, Final Slash coming through. I think there might be a kill here. Lapo might be in trouble. Brave is fighter, but that's not enough as he gets dived under tower here. And a 1 HP Arlot coming through. And as I was saying, Arlot was probably baiting that. Wait a minute now. This one is on fire. This Gwyn is just doing whatever special migration he can catch here and still looking for more. And I think if he catches Gord here, he might still go for it. Look at this. It got cancelled. He was going for it. Pretty unfortunate though, the cancel just in time. But once again, I think they're just trying to bait Purify just so one another can engage, right? If Gwyn takes the Purify out, Arlot can punish, vice versa.
Indeed, and here we go as we see the Lord being taken down here from Team Catch as they're already controlling the map yet again. Like they conceded more kills than in the previous game here, but they're still in control of it, and they're looking forward to create and apply pressure with this next Lord. Maybe get some towers here and there as well. And if Team Zero is not careful, then they are gonna lose a lot now with this next upcoming Lord. They need to play that safe, get a good defensive positioning for the older lane so that they lose as little as possible. Like, yeah, they cannot avoid losing 1 or 2 towers because there are too many ways to defend and too little heroes to play around with, but they could still try their best. And we see the Mystic Gush already being baited out from the Gord here. Now he won't have it now for the actual Lord push with the really big minions, so that's now a disadvantage Team Zero has to deal with, so I don't know if they can still manage.
Electrifying Beats also taken down here by Joy clearing the bottom lane, and looks like Lapo might be in trouble. They're looking for an engage. There's a special migration, and I think he's just taken down here by the Vice Rokim and the pickup coming in from Arlot. And also in the mid lane you have the Lord. There it is. Tower passive taken down here in the mid lane and potentially also in the top lane, but it's already 12 minutes into the game, so it doesn't really matter that much anymore. And looks like they're going for a dive here, gets pushed but still goes back in. Arlot with the flicker, there's another kill. Will they try to get it? Ooh, what a spatial migration coming through, as well as the Vice Rokim from the Guinevere just in time. And they might potentially look for an end, though. It's only the Lapo Lapo that's up, and if the spatial migration hits, that might be GG's. Ooh, the flicker coming
didn't
through.
Hit, but they're gonna end it anyways.
Oh, they will. There's a minion left. Oh, wait, hold on. He's holding it. He is holding it. And I think he might be able to. No, never mind. He's not gonna get up on time, as this is game 2 for Catch, ladies and gentlemen. And it does say 0-4 here, but you know it's 0-2 for now. There it is, and it's pretty intense. It's pretty intense. What do you think, Woke?
Very well played here from Team Catch, but at the same time, Team Zero fought back here in this game as well. They had opportunities, and they could have also gotten away with the win if they played it more disciplined, if they played it more around their strengths they had here. But Team Catch Catch caught them off guard yet again. But we're probably gonna see a very exciting game three going in there.
Yeah, I agree here. I mean, so far we've known that Team Catch Catch always plays around that Lord. The early game, that Lord, and end, right? So there has to be at least a solution, and I think Team Zero might have the answer here for game number 3.
Indeed. So, wait, are we going to highlights or straight into game image?
I think we have to go to highlights, but I think Bordy died.
Where are the highlights?
Where the highlights at? Give the people what they want. Yo, Bordy.
No worries.
Hey, wait, hold on. Are we back, chat? We are back, chat. Walk.
Yay, we are back.
We are back, chat. Well, how many times do I have to salute to make sure Wolk sees me? Anyways, we are back here for game number 3. Bit got off guardy, but that's fine because we are going to be diving into game number 3 right now soon. And it's pretty interesting the strat we've seen so far, the aggressiveness in the early game. They play always around that early game, right? Team catch catch, just get that as early as possible and then scale it to the Lord, and then they end from there. So I think the only reply that Team Zero has is to play something as equally tough in the early game as Team Catch Catch.
Yeah, like they have to do something now. Otherwise, this series would be over very quickly. So I hope that they are learning from the lesson and that they can bounce back, of course, so that we have a more than exciting series as well. But we are here. We are gonna see then very shortly once the game starts what They are cooking up. Still only a 2-0. That means you still have the time and games available for a potential reverse sweep. Anything is possible in here. And I'm also looking forward for a very long series because that's every caster's dream, of course. Being able to cast as many games as possible.
That's
And
true.
like, yeah, we're gonna start very shortly. Do you have any suggestions for regarding drafts, like any draft related suggestions you could give, for example, Team Zero to turn this around?
I mean, I guess try to aim towards early game fighters that could probably contest into those fights. I mean, you also have Gwen and Arlott, but so we've seen it in the draft. We've seen the Balmond, right? I think there's many other options, and since this is a 3v3 and it's not going to be like an overcrowded game, I think Jawhead would do really good in a game like this.
I agree. Jawhead would be pretty good here. He provides everything you wanted so far in a 3v3 situation. Very lane dominant, can handle 101s, can handle ambushes, and even if he gets ganked, it's not that easy to actually punish him, especially because with the ejector he can save himself quite easily, and with
Mhm.
the unstoppable force he can go in wherever he wants. Like
Yeah,
he's immune when he uses it.
that is true. So I'd say Jawhead is really good here since he also got that early damage you're looking for. So maybe he could be the best. There's maybe better that we don't know of. We have yet to find out as Gulliver gets focus banned here, and this is why they said, hey, maybe we shouldn't let her out. I mean, we were already right on the first game, right? But once again, I'm predicting the rest of the draft is going to be like probably Gwyn Martis and maybe something that was really annoying, Karina probably.
Possibly. Like they have a few bands to choose from. Like they need to consider their least, their their least problematic poison because they're not able to ban out everything here. Of course, like you have to make a decision. Are you gonna ban out the Karina? Are you gonna ban out the Martis? Like what are you gonna ban out here? Like or are you gonna ban out the Freya? Like that was also a very good pick in the right hands. It's up
That is
for you to decide, and we're gonna see very shortly what Team Zero is planning strategically because they need to turn this around now.
I mean, we've seen Minsotar bans, but in my opinion, there it is the Mortis being taken out as well, same as game 2, but I'm seeing the Paquito and the Minsotar, right? There it is, the Paquito coming through once again, and once again, these might be respect bans, but in my personal opinion, these are also same heroes that can be easily dealt with, to be fair. If you know how to play around them, obviously. Like, for example, the Minsotar, there's so many picks that can counter this guy in the early game, since he's not as strong as you expect him to be. He sure does have that passive, but once again, if you overcrowd him with one single hero, maybe Jawhead, as we discussed, maybe Xborg, since he can also keep a bit of distance while poking him, maybe other lane dominant heroes, I don't think you'd find him that bothersome in a game.
Yeah, like I was also thinking about heroes just like Uranus or Esmeralda who can just simply ignore him and just trade with him if he goes too close. Like
Yeah,
otherwise, they can also just cut the lanes and then rotate as well. Like yeah, like Mainzitar is not a problem if you just play that accordingly.
yeah, that is true. We do see the Karina and the Martis though, like I mentioned here, which is a bit surprising. I thought they would only take one out, but I think both of them are just equally annoying on that first game. And now, Gwyn, Martis, and Karina, what jungle do you expect to see from Team Catch Catch?
Mm, Team Catch has still some options to choose from. Like yes, of course, some got banned, but they still have more left in the gas. I guess I think. Like maybe we even see a being picked up here, or even Aulus. Like I've seen lots of picks recently. Like everything is possible. And
That
Minzeter again banned out. That's the respect ban as you mentioned, and we see the
Mhm.
Freya again.
Freya again, this time without a Karina and a Martis. And while you do mention Yin could work, yeah, but it doesn't really fit the playstyle they're going for. You see, that's catch catch we're talking about. They're looking for that early game dominance until Lord, right? They're looking for something that holds Team Zero back until that first major objective. And they have options for that. Harley here, you've mentioned Harley here in the first game, where he can be quick, can multi lane, can be flexible, and a Cho.
I mean, the Chu makes kind of sense since he is also very mobile. Like it's a mobile mobility game here, essentially. And you have different builds to choose from for the Chu. You can go for the full damage build so that you are more threatening in the one-on-ones. You can go for a rather mixed build and with more sustain as well, so that you can peel a bit for your other damage dealers on your team. In this game, I assume you don't need really a peeler. You just need some damage here and boom, boom.
We are seeing some setup here right now, the Badang and the Kimi coming through, and this is Zero's first game of having a really aggressive draft. I think this draft is really aggressive. You got the Freya, you got the Badang, you got the Kimi. I think they're just looking to have a long fight. What do you think?
The problem is everything falls apart if they're getting bursted down immediately or if they lose a member before they even are able to fight. Like with Harley and Chu, with the pick of potential, it's very hard to keep all three members alive before a team fight. Like during a team fight, yes, I'm not worried about Team Zero, but can they get into the right team fights and positionings they want to be without even losing a member beforehand or not losing too much HP? Like now it's very hard for them because Valier can actually cancel them out most of the times during team fights as well.
That is true. I do like the Valir pick here. The Harley pick, I don't think they might go for it. They could just go without a jungle here and just keep going for rotation gameplay. You got two very mobile heroes into this game. You got the Cho, you got the Harley, right? They can always just multi-lane together, cut a lane, come back, cut, come. But I think it's better to also try to secure some objectives knowing that you're playing against the Freya as well. And this will be game number 3, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm expecting the best of the best here in this game.
Looking forward to what those teams are cooking up. Their chance to make a comeback from the side of Team Zero. For Team Catch, they probably actually want to go to match point here after this game, so they're already looking for these types of rotations. Chu going for the mid lane. Harley can get the jungle rotations done and also clear maybe the bot lane if he wants to. Or the Chu the Chu stays on mid lane. They're letting the Chu deal with the Kimi. And like yes, the Chu is gonna win the trade at the start against the Kimi, as you can see. Look at the damage here. Like Kimi already half HP, has to retreat for now. Chu is very fine here, and yeah, Kimi can fight a bit back once her passive is fully charged, but even then Chu can just rotate and apply more pressure than later on.
Yes.
Like now Chu can go to the bot lane and already has double laning. So yeah, like that's very efficient. Like the junglers having their own farmer and the mid lane are going to the bot lane. In the meantime, you have on the blue side the Kimi trying to go to the top lane to farm as well, but I think she lost a minion. Like and we see already on the bot lane the catch in a little fighter here against Team Zero, and Badang already forced the flick, and we see the Chu flickering too, and Chu once more. Badang in trouble. Can he escape? Yes, he can, but I think the Chu flicker was not necessary.
I agree here. I think it was an overextension. I mean, maybe he thought he had less cooldown on this point, but I don't know, even if he had a less cooldown to do that first kill again, I don't think he would have killed here in general, so it's not worth the flicker here. I think you would have saved it way better if you had it for like the objective to focus backline, or maybe do like a way of dragging flicker onto the Freya. But apart from that, really aggressive gameplay coming in from the Cho. I mean, apart from that poke in the early game, especially against the Kimi, also going after a Badang like that, and I think that might cost him something as Freya is kind of closing in.
And we see maybe some action coming in onto the mid lane. Harley is maybe in trouble if he stays there in this bush, because if he gets found out, he actually will get found out because he wants to fight. But Freya can chase with the Valkyrie descent. I don't know if Harley can survive this. And we see how Freya going in for the commitment and gets the kill onto the Harley. He should have stayed in the bush, honestly.
I mean, anything for a kill, especially if you do have a Kimi just walking like that. I think anyone else would try to get that kill, but once again, it's not worth it if you're going to be taken out before the objective here, trying to contest for it, not die before it. So it's pretty unfortunate here for Team Catch, though their draft kind of good. I think they just need to scale. Harley scales, so does Kimi in this game as well, so does Freya, and so does Cho as well. This game is heavily dependent on the supports of both teams, in my opinion.
Oh, are we actually? No, that's not a situation for catch to fight right now. They just need to
Yeah.
disengage and go back to farming. Chu getting caught here by the fist crack here from the Badang, and we're the Kimi. Oh, Kimi may be out of position. The deadly magic from Harley, maybe not. Not
Oh,
enough.
heals just in time, but I think looking for more. There it is. Going for more. Still has the damage he's looking for. Doesn't have the way of dragon, but does have a lot of poke here coming in from Valir and the Harley as well. So I think he's looking to poke here a bit more. Cho, if he does catch Alfredo, I think he might go for the kill. But apart from that, that was a really unexpected fight. I mean, an engage coming in for the Badang, getting that fist crack, fist break, and just it got turned around in an instant thanks to the backline focus coming in from the Hardy.
Yeah, the Harley had the perfect focus with the deadly magic onto the Kimi, who was unable to escape really. Like, she survived the initial blast, but then came the Chu after he was finished with his Way of the Dragon and got the kill very easily. Like, Chu is already hiding here again. Like, is he gonna go for the? Is he actually gonna go to fight him? Because like, you should just clear your wave and then escape. Because Freya is behind you already. Maybe it's already a bit too late for the Chu to escape safely. As we see the Valkyrie descent and the fist crack coming in here as well. Very well played here from the blue side team to react to this bit greedy positioning.
As much as I like that show, I agree with you. I think he's just a bit too aggressive on that position here and a bit too aggressive with the skills as well. Looks like Kimi once again might be in trouble. There it is, another card landed through, and that's another kill for Team Catch Catch. And I think it's just gonna keep going like that. I mean, it's pretty unfortunate that the Purify is being used here instead of the Flicker. And I kind of understand, maybe because the Cho can still go backline, but Cho's not the problem. You know, he's not the problem right now. It's the Harley. And that Cho's a bit
Yeah.
too aggressive here. You can always see him on map, so you don't really have to worry much about him.
Yeah, and there we see maybe an engage coming near from Team Zero. Here we see the Badang committing to it, and now we see the Freya. Oh, this could be the first one team fight for Team Zero. This time they are in the perfect positioning, and Way of the Dragon being used, but without follow-up, without any damage, it doesn't really look way. Oh, there's the stun coming in though!
Whee!
They're turning this team
Whee!
around! They're maybe getting the Kimi too. She's running for the hills and using her flicker to escape, but we have still the Chu, and the Kimi dies to the burn and the gold, the XP crab.
Oh my gosh! That was so unexpected. I think this was a miscommunication coming in from Team Catch Catch because the Freya dived. Look at the replay here. The Wave Dragon comes through, the Freya dives, and they just retreat there. And that gives them so much time to get those tower shots and the Valir stacks they're looking for. It's pretty unfortunate here, and the burn was out already, but the XP Crab clutching up for that triple kill. I think they're playing a 4v3 in a game like this.
All the signs are not in favor of Team Zero, so very unfortunate, but it's not over yet. Here we see another fist crack coming in here from the Badang. The game isn't over, they're still trying to fight here as well. And Team Catch Catch is still very much in control of the game though. They have a 2k gold lead, which is an equivalent to around 4k in a 5v5. And we see them out farming Team Zero right now. Team Zero need to find a solution to this. They need to get objectives. They need to get some gold back. Otherwise, they are gonna be in deep trouble. And we see they're maybe trying to go for the Harley, but Harley is still able to jump back here to safety while Valia is pushing a free tower on the mid lane. And Chu may be looking for something here. He has to be careful though, because that's a bit too much here. And as we see the Badang and the Way of the Dragon with the deadly magic combined. That's an interesting combo. I don't see that very often.
Well, it's pretty good and it worked so far, and still looking for more. It does have the damage, will retreat on time, but that was pretty cool actually to see that pick off. I mean, it's a single target thing, right? You got the pick off coming from this, and this instantly kills anyone. So it's really nice combo here with Deadly Magic and the Way of Dragon. But now, in trading, they're trading the bot lane for the top lane here, and this is, I think, Team Zero's way of trying to catch up into farm, since they're also 3 to 2k behind here, and they have no other way to get back. Anytime they start a fight, if you don't have the proper cover, or if you're not playing a 3v3 in a game like this, I don't think they can win the fight. Look at this, isolating Freya out with the Way of Dragon. Looks like a Vengeance Flame activated, going in, burst fireballs, and still almost gonna kill, but does escape without having to use that Valkyrie's Ascend. Also, Kimi as well just jumps away, while the objective goes to Team Catch Catch, the last turtle of the game.
So far, Team Catch hasn't had any troubles in this game yet so far. They're just slowly but surely out-farming Team Zero. They're having more jungle creeps right now. And look at the pressure Chu is applying just so that the Freya is not able to freely farm. Like, you already see Harley is going for the invade. Now Freya is able to secure her buff, of course, with the retribution. But that's not the end of the day for Team Catch. They know they have plenty of opportunities left in this game to challenge them. Valia needs to be a bit careful of the positioning, otherwise he can be caught because Chu is split pushing at the moment while Harley is getting some jungle creeps. Valia, you need to be careful. Yes, okay,
Yeah.
he's very Now he realizes what's going on. But can he stay in this tower? Because the thing is, if Team Zero is not doing anything, they're gonna lose the top lane tower for nothing, and the mid lane tower is also under attack soon. Like, they need to do something here. They're losing too many of the trades right now.
They are not doing anything. Matter of fact, they might potentially even lose the top lane tower if it's pushed. Not the tower, but the passive itself at least, right? Applying for an easier lord. But now, they just retreated. And, you know, Cho, there was many chances to punish Cho in a game like this, but they're just not doing it. Look at this, everyone is fighting everywhere else, and that's not gonna work, especially for Team Zero's draft here. Kimi on the 1 HP, Deadly Magic tanking, there the Way of Dragon might be taken down, and there it is, a Mega Kill coming in from Valir, the burst Fireball going for another, and another still activates more Fireballs here into passive, and I think Team Zero here, they have nothing to do here. Badang here's a tank, does have the Radiant Armor, but unfortunately, he just can't defend this. I mean, I think he's gonna have to let that mid passive go away. Oh, there
there's
it
not
is,
much
the
he can
Deadly
do.
Magic. But once again, he is pretty tanky, so...
But
You have-
we have around a 5k goal lead in favor of Team Catch right now. Very dominant performance this game so far. They're not really making many mistakes. They're just punishing Team Zero's team fight execution, and also punishing whenever somebody from Team Zero is out of position. Like, for example, Kimi whenever Harley's around. Like, very hard to play this for Team Zero. Like, they need cover. They don't have the heroes for cover. They only have a Bedeng who can check bushes safely. If Freya does it, she can get poked. And Kimi cannot check bushes on her own, of course, since we have seen what happens if she does. And like, it's very hard for Team Zero. Like, even if they get the perfect engage, unless they are able to burst down the Harley, for example, immediately, they can always come back into the fight. And we see on the top lane off camera Harley fighting against the Freya, and the Freya is maybe losing it, but the Freya is going for the fight. She's still not. Oh, nobody's dead.
Nobody's never mind. Hardly might be in trouble, but retreats just in time as the burst fireball's going through. But here's the thing, right? You know that was so close. The general gameplay that's happening right now is the best scaling that Team Zero has so far is just Kimi, right? Freya's not gonna be able to do much as long as she takes that Way of Dragon. Looks like Cho might be in trouble here, but the Valkyrie Descendants was not available in time. And as long as Cho isolates that Freya and Badang doesn't cover, Kimi cannot join those fights. That's the reason I think they've been losing fights. It's just that how good Harley is playing against the Kimi. He's just always using that deadly magic on the Kimi in the team fights and isolates her. So does the Cho, does the same here with the Freya. Look at this, the deadly magic once again on the Kimi coming through. Looks like she might be in trouble. There it is, taken down. Freya 2v1 by Valir and Harley, and they're still looking for more. Cho does not have a flicker, unfortunately. No battle spells available from the time Team Catch here. But I think they might go for another game end here, as we've usually seen on the previous two games.
Yeah, it's very hard for Team Zero to defend this Lord now, but by the time the Lord hits on the mid lane, the Freya should be back in action again. But still, like, with Harley around, Kimi has no one to protect her really, because Badeng is maybe not too fast enough. Like, this time she survived the deadly magic, but the tower is gonna fall down and Badeng is very low. Here comes the Valkyrie descent, and maybe Freya is able to get something done, but here we see the Way of the Dragon.
Whee!
And Freya is maybe going for the win. Oh, Freya still not able to secure the kill, and Chu gets the kill instead.
Cho gets it instead, and just a 1-for-1 Kimi for a Cho here. But now the wave clear of Team Zero is just not here anymore, and Uda is pretty risky coming in from the Hardy here, but well played to him. Nice deadly magic as well, taking out a chunk of Badang's HP and potentially 2 other inhibitors here as the bot lane falls. Looking for something. Ooh, that's a lot of damage onto a Freya. Might be taking out Valkyrie's Ascent, but will not land. He's gonna ascend to heaven instead. Rest in peace here for the Freya. And it's pretty unfortunate. The game almost ended as well from the mid lane and the bottom lane as well. So you can tell the pressure that Team Catch is just constantly applying on one another. Deadly Magic is looking for something, but really nice jump here. Ooh, the flicker, fist break, and there it is, fist crack, and coming through. What a play coming in from Shizu here. Still looking for more. I think the Valir does not have enough here. Still applying a lot of damage. Gets a stun. The flicker unfortunately just dodged an injunction, but unfortunately chose there just in time to take that out.
They're not able to end it, of course, since it's a 2v2 and they don't really have a hero to threaten the kills here, but they have the complete map pressure. They just need to sink the lanes, get a lord maybe, and then that's kind of the game. What Team Zero can do is to get a kill before the lord happens, so that they can do the lord on their own. Then in a 3v2, that's the only chance they have left, so they need to get something done here.
That's true. And they cannot do that now without a Kimi, in my opinion. They need that Kimi, but every time, we've seen it every single time, Kimi tries to do something in the way of Dragon coming through, Vengeance Flame activated. They're looking for some pressure here, and it looks like he's trying to stun. Might be in trouble. Freya needs to Valkyrie descend out of here. I think he does have it. He might get killed here. Never mind, he gets out of 1 HP, and there it is. Once again, another death. Poor Kimi, taken down here. Goodbye. And another kill coming through, but the Valkyrie descent to survive just in time. And like as every time that Kimi tries to join, you've seen it over and over and over again. 7 times in a row where the Kimi just gets taken down by that deadly magic, or at least survives the blast and not the aftermath.
It's a very rough game for Kimi. Maybe Kimi should have maybe gone actually at this point maybe for a tank build to survive the deadly magic and the aftermath. Like, I know it sounds goofy, but
Yeah.
like, yes, you lose a bit of damage, but at least you're more insured and you are less of a threat. Like, if they need too much time to kill you, then as a Kimi, then the Freya can join the fight easily and then protect you. Like,
At least you'd be in the game. Like, that's the most we can make out of it, because not Kimi can't do anything. She doesn't have the farm, she doesn't have the damage anymore. Even when she's fighting Valir here, it looks like she's just tickling him, not even damaging him at this point. So if this lord ends right here, right now, Kimi gets taken down before this lord, it's GG. I'm just saying.
even if she's staying alive, it's still gonna be very hard lord defense now.
That is true. I do believe Freya can be good against this, but the pressure coming in from Valir constantly and the damage coming in from Harley, like their chances are very low, but not zero. If they manage to get like a reverse sweep here, that would be pretty much insane. Looks like Kimi might be in trouble. He's looking a Purify coming through. There it is, trying to go for a deadly magic, but goes out instead, goes back to safety. Teamfight coming through. Kimi almost taken down there. This is a Cho taking the backline, flickering out here. And the Badang might be in trouble, has to flicker out as well. And I think that might be GG. They just need to clear those minions. And Harley is going for an end. And that's game number 3 for Team Catch, ladies and gentlemen. And that Kimi is pretty unfortunate, and I think the unluckiest death so far is just that XP crab.
Like, yes, that one was also very painful. But like, also when Freya was fighting at the Lord in a 1v2 against I think it was Harley and Chu, she also got hit by the Lord as well with the charged Lord swing, you know,
yeah.
too. Like, that happened there too. Like, there was no way for the Freya to actually survive there. If even the Lord is against her, like, that was a problem. Like, even the jungle is, and even all the jungle creeps are against against Team Zero. Like, that's very hard to make a comeback from. Like,
I don't think it was written for Team Zero in this game specifically, but maybe, listen, there is hope. Maybe we might see a comeback. Do you think there will be a comeback?
let's pray for the best. And I think they have now ideas and solutions to maybe extend the series, maybe get a reverse sweep done as well. We will see. But for
Yeah.
now, we are heading to the highlights.
Wrap it up. That
Oh!
Well, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse the technical issues we got going on, but we are back here, and I'm back once again with which way is he? This way. There it is, Vulcan's turn. Hello, Volk.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, that's me. And we are now at match point. So, Team Zero needs to win this game. Otherwise, their journey is already over. Don't mind the technical issues happening in the background in the meantime. They're just there. But yeah, Catch is leading the series 3-0 at the moment. And Team Zero need to figure out a plan.
Volk, you need to point onto the redeem code. I think it's up here, towards you.
Yeah, there, up.
There it is. Make sure you redeem
there,
that.
yeah.
Come on. Keep your eyes up there. But yeah, we gotta watch out. There's only 2 minutes left, and this might potentially be the last game of the series. So it's difficult. It's difficult for Team Zero. I mean, so far they've been unlucky, but apart from that, we've seen some miscommunication from Team Zero, right? And it costed them greatly into some team fights. So maybe I think whatever cards they have for this last game, whatever secret tricks or secret picks they were hiding, I think it has to come out now.
It's time to pick the Masha.
The Masha, but why? I mean, yeah, she's good, but why?
She can split push. She has amazing scaling, more than compared, for example, Akimi. Definitely more than
That's
Akimi.
true.
And she
That's
can just ult anybody squishy in late game and just gets the kills, and she might even survive at most instances. Like, that's a difference between her and the triple sweep from Saber. After
that.
the triple sweep from Saber is usually dead immediately, but Masha still has a chance to survive, especially if she is fully charged and still can charge up her HP bar once she's 3 seconds out of a fight nowadays. Only 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Then she can immediately get another bar back and should run away after she got a pick off. Like, maybe it's time for this hero.
I kinda see where you're going. You're kinda cooking with this one. Actually cooking with the Masha here. I think I do want to see a Masha now. We got 10 seconds here before the draft starts, and maybe you might see a Masha, but I think most likely not. Depends. If we do see a Masha though, that would be pretty exciting. Apart from that, I think we're gonna see repetitive bans and comfort picks once again as we head into game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, I'm expecting the same bans, except for the Freya. Probably, I think they're just gonna leave the Freya at this point. She's not even a threat. At least from what we've seen from the previous 2 games, pretty unlucky here. And I think Team Catch Catch also knows how to deal with the Freya. So
Yeah, like we've seen already in game 1, for example. They just dealt with the Freya by picking Martis and Karine, and that's it. And now Devalier gets banned out. Too much of a troublemaker, they realized. We can't let this guy open anymore. Like, he's the perfect glue for most of the 3v3 team compositions. He just provides lots of cover, provides lots of CC, and you cannot exactly pick him off either, especially when he has his Vengeance Flame available. Like, he has his CC immunity in that moment, and he can just escape. Like, that's the
yeah,
problem. And
and
now Team Zero might be able to find a solution to their problems. Maybe it was the Valier all along.
the mastermind behind all. But apart from that, let's see here the rest of the bands coming on through and the Karina. And I think once again we might see Valir, Karina, Martis. And on Team Catch Catch, I'm gonna predict that last band probably gonna be a Freya, cause why not? Or maybe just ban something they've previously played that was at least slightly annoying. Maybe a Badang. I'm thinking Badang would be a pretty decent ban here.
Yeah, Badang is pretty solid here. Like, I would also just ban Badang because the other picks really didn't matter. But Badang had impact, especially with the Fist Crack and everything, all things considered. Or maybe they ban out the Chu too, so that they don't get it. Like, also an option. Like, Chu can also be threatening in the right hands. Let's see
That's
what
true.
decision they go for. They are the ones banning Martis.
Ooh. I mean, they're giving them an option. They ban. I think they just gave them an option to ban Minsator. Probably. But apart from that, I think they're also banning a Harley. There is a Harley is also really annoying. I think they do want to play once again with a backliner and regret playing it, but the Minsotar coming through and he's been getting banned every single game, and there we are. Now I want to see what this Minsotar is all about. The King's calling, like it's there. The King himself is there. Let's see what the King can pull off.
Let's see the reason why he was banned all previous games before us, so that we can actually rate him and see, okay, that's why they banned him. Because we are now at match point. If Catch Catch wins this game, they win the entire series. It's a best of 7. The first team to win 4 games has officially won the grand finals of the SIA Challenger Cup on the 3v3. So yeah, I'm excited to see the Minzeta, and we see the Bane as last resort from Team Zero combined with the Guinevere. They're going all out now.
I'm seeing some really good picks here, and the Bane is kind of caught me off guard here, but the Freya coming here for Team Catch Catch this time, not Team Zero. So I think they might be cooking something with it, and the Selena as well. First time we see a Selena.
Indeed, like Selena can work here, especially against Bane and Guinevere and Gushin, I assume. If they actually go for the Gushin. I'm not sure about Gushin here because the King's Calling cancels out everything. Freya with the Valkyrie Descent is gonna manhandle the Gushin too, and Selena can usually stay out of range most of the time. Yuzhong would be more interesting, true, can work better, I guess, but yeah, this all comes down now to execution. Like, those team fights are gonna be very spicy here.
I do like what I'm seeing here, especially from Team Zero. You got the Yuzong, you got the Gwyn, you got the Bane, the fighters coming through, right? And you also have I think what Bane can pull off was also what you mentioned. Masha could also pull off, except for like getting that kill part. But having a really insanely good push is probably the reason they might have picked Bane, and also because of how effective he is in team fights, especially against the Minotaur and against the Freya. I think he can be a huge hindrance to Team Catch Catch.
Yeah, like we have to see how this worked in practice, and I'm already excited, looking forward to it. And we see he's actually going for the elite skin instead of one of the more expensive ones.
It's pretty interesting here. We head into potential what could be potentially game number 4 and the last game of the series, or we might see a comeback coming in from Team Zero. Ladies and gentlemen, join us here and let's see how this game goes. Take it up, Volk.
Here we start immediately with the or jungle rotations. Since the jungle adjustments, they spawn at the same time as the buffs right now, and from what we've heard from pros is that you just start off either the lizard or with your bot lane jungle creep, as you see Freya doing, so that you can then afterwards start your buff and then do your rest of the jungle rotations. Like, not much has changed, but that little detail makes a difference later on. Like you have basically one jungle creep more farmed at the end of the day after you're done with your jungle rotations, and you have more time to do something else instead of before, where you had either to choose go for full farm and not contest turtle, or lose or not take one jungle creep and then and to go to turtle. Now they can just do a full jungle clear rotation before committing to the turtle, and they're fine. And we see the top lane already nice trading coming here from both sides, but Yu Zhong is not done with the party, and Selena forced to flicker away already. Petrify was being used from Yu Zhong as well, like very spicy, and whoa, another Abyssal Arrow hitting from the Selena. Like, this is gonna be very interesting later on, depending on who hits what combo.
That is true. I think my opinion here in this game so far about Team Catch Catch's Minotaur is that uh, as good as he is, it kind of forces the team itself to, scale. And Bane already flickering here at the side of the Valkyrie's Descent being used. And I think we might look at an interesting objective so far. There it is, the spatial migration and the first blood as well, without having to use the Violet Requiem. And I think that might put Team Catch Catch on the spot here. They can't really contest the objective if Freya doesn't have the Valkyrie's Descent. Ooh, wait,
It's
never
gonna
mind,
be
looks
very.
like they're leaving.
They're still going for it, like they don't care as long as they have the retribution, I guess. But now Team Zero can contest it, and they have the spatial migration with the Requiem, and that's gonna be very dangerous. Now Minotaur is here though, and with the King's Calling, he can be a big threat. He uses the King's Calling, but oh, they dodge it, and the turtle under attack. But Team Catch able to secure it and getting the win in the team fight as well. From Freya with the Valkyrie Descent and the Abyssal Arrow hitting there as well. Very unfortunate for Team Zero.
I agree here. I think it was a bit too late here on the retribution, and also a pretty mistimed King's Calling, which could have given Team Zero a big chance here of just winning the objective overall, but it's a pretty unfortunate misplay. And a really good Abyssal Arrow as well coming in from the Selena so far. As you can see that the Selena might become effective the entire game, just become someone who's very annoying. I mean, if it's not a Valir, it's a Selena, right? So come on.
Indeed true. Like, Selena can provide similar things to the Avalier. The only thing she needs to be careful of that she herself doesn't have many escape suits if she's getting targeted, but it's very hard for them to actually catch her, aside from that one time when the Guinevere surprised her and caught her off guard. But besides that, they cannot really catch the Selena as long as she's in F traps and vision. And now she's maybe a bit too greedy in the trade though. Petrify being used, and maybe we see the follow-up with the spatial migration and gets the kill here on the Selena. Like, that was a bit too optimistic coming in here from the Selena positioning wise. On the bot lane, Minotaur winning the trades against the Bane here as well. Like, the game isn't over. We see Team Zero still wants to fight, still wants to maybe dream of a miracle.
That is true. Though the Selena here, I gotta say that I think he still got that Valir positioning onto him because it's just not gonna work on that hero specifically, right? And you said it doesn't really have the same escape routes as the Valyrian looks like. There it is, the Deadly Catch and the Violet Requiem taking down Freya before the objective here. Though she might revive just on time there, Mincetar, does he have the King's Calling? Is he going for something? He knows he doesn't have the Deadly Catch. Not sure if he knows about the
Um,
flicker though. It might still be there. Might not have the info.
oh,
Who knows?
oh,
He is
oh, oh,
poked. Might get
oh,
taken
oh.
down. And what damage coming in from the Bane?
In the meantime, we saw off-camera Selena securing a 1v1 kill on her own. So it was at the end of the day a 1-for-1 trade, just on different parts of the map. And now we see Freya fighting against the Guinevere onto the turtle, but the blue side team has the advantage. Catch can secure it because they are in the 2v1 against the Guinevere, trying to fight her now. And we see the Freya dishing out lots of damage, the Violet Requiem coming in here. And now we see the Yuzhong with the backup, but not enough as Freya is able to lifesteal everything up from the jungle creep here as well. Pressuring the Yuzhong as well here, like this is a bit
Wait.
too much here. And Catch back in control of the game.
Always on control in the 4 games. I think it's always around those objectives where they, do their best here. But apart from that, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for that scale coming through from the Mincetar. Looks like he does catch. There's a King's Calling, and we're seeing it, a deadly catch, but it's not enough for him to escape. And the flicker, unfortunately, just cancelled out. And we're finally beginning to see the third person in this 3v3 on the side of Catch. The Mincetar coming through, and looks like a Black Dragon form. Selena does have the stacks going for it, and what a 1v1! I think this is a second 1v1 she went in a row against the user.
Yeah, she's been playing really well here, and Guinevere getting the 1-on-1 onto the Mincetar as a revenge for her team. Very well played here, but like Team Zero is still fighting up hills. They still need to make some ground, since they are 1k gold behind. They still need to figure out a way to get all that gold back. Like one way would be, I guess, to maybe push something on the top lane, maybe get finally a kill onto the Selena. And she's already half HP. She needs to retreat actually. Like I don't know. Like they should just leave the tower on top lane, but they're not committing to that tower. Like Guinevere and Yuzhong are just like they're not coordinating the lane management with each other. They lost the mid lane tower as a result of that. Like very hard right now. They need to coordinate with each other.
I think they're scared of, doing a risky play in general, at least what they think is a risky play. They don't want to go for anything too aggressive, even though their draft says otherwise. Their draft is literally a diving composition. You got the Bane Deadly Catch, you got the Black Dragon form. There it is, going for both of them activated. The King's Calling, making sure he captures Bane, make sure he doesn't flicker, and there it is. Guinevere also might be in trouble. Doesn't have the Violet Requiem, is looking for to use it, and there it is on the Mincetar. Might be taken down here, followed up by the Yuzong. Is he gonna be taken down though? Oh, the Abyssal Arrow, that is awesome, coming in with a mega kill. Selena, what an arrow coming in from this guy. I think this is the second time he just catches Yuzong before he gets to retreat completely.
Like this Selena performance is just amazing in this game so far. Like I'm just impressed by all the abyssal arrows that are connecting and the combos, and even in the 101s how she handled those. Like that was really well played. Another abyssal arrow hitting, but she's not going for the poke damage because that would be now very risky, especially with Guinevere being able to tank all of it. We see the
That
deadly
is
catch
true.
being used, and the Valkyrie descent is still available here. She needs to maybe use it to defensively though. She is using it, but no, don't go back in. Yes, good. And in the meantime, Mincetar pushing out the top lane turret, securing his team a bit more, even more gold. It's about 4k gold lead at the moment, which is quite a lot in this 3v3. That's basically almost 2 items worth of gold lead, so that makes a difference for the next team fights. Team Zero has to take that into consideration before going into the next few fights, otherwise they are gonna be in big trouble.
I think it's just that, like I said, they just don't have the coordination on Team Zero here. Their fighting is a bit too messy compared to Catch, right? And Team Catch here, they're not even going for a team fight. They're just going for pick-off after pick-off after pick-off, and that's what puts them at an advantage in every fight they're going for. Up until now, they still are ahead, and I think the only way you counter a pickoff is if you have a managed team fights, and that's not what we're seeing so far from Team Zero, unfortunately. Though the Freya might be in trouble. Dodgers actually the Requiem. There is a Bane taken down here by the King's Calling and Selena following up as well. Looks like Guinevere might be in trouble here. There, the special migration has to retrieve Black Dragon form, not available. Another Abyssal Arrow coming through. Ooh, a pull from Minsatar instead. Even though he did help him dodge it, Abyssal Arrow did not help him dodge those spears coming through from the Minsatar. So that's pretty unfortunate here for the Yuzong just being passed around here in 05. We can see a replay here. King's Calling well played here, capturing the Bane as well. And really good pressure coming in from the Freya. And then look at the Yuzong here. I mean, he was going to take that, I think. Yeah, and then
yeah, he was.
the spear coming through. It's pretty funny here, in my opinion. But apart from that, it's also pretty unfortunate for the side of Team Zero. What an abyssal arrow coming in from the Selena. But I think he just died for it as he flickers in. And that is a 2 for 2.
Actually, this is the best case scenario right now for Team Zeros. They were able to make up some gold now. Like, they are now just 4k gold behind. They have enough time to farm now. They are able to defend this lord. Like, this 2v2 trade might benefit them if they play their cards properly. Minotaur obviously pushing out this top lane turret. Not much the Bane can do. Oh, actually, he's going in for it. Deadly catch. Oh, nice damage here coming in from the Bane here. Like, I didn't expect him to have that much damage considering his team is actually behind in gold.
Yeah, I mean, Bane is pretty painful when he gets at least 2 items, right? One of the best scaling heroes in the game because he can, I think, scale on anything, even tank. I think we've seen Bane tank meta. So, really flexible hero, really good hero as well. And his damage is a bit too much as well. I think that might be their hope.
Like, look at the damage he's dealing to that lord. I want to see the items now. What is this? What is this damage from the Bane? There we go, here we see the itemization, and that's a full damage physical Bane. No wonder he has that much damage, but he's now in trouble as we see the Bane being chased down by the Freya who used her Valkyrie Descent, gets the pick off onto the Bane. Just when we finally saw the Bane damage coming in, we see now the Selena still alive but getting chased down by Yuzong, while Guinevere also dying as well, but now Yuzong is left alone. Is that enough? But he's falling down as well, and 2 members of Team Catch are still alive.
Pretty unfortunate here for Team Zero, and I think they might be looking for the end, but knowing that Bane is gonna be up soon, I don't think they'll try to attempt for it at least, or will they? Actually, never mind, they do have a Minsatar and a Freya. These 2 can just push freely, and that might be 4-0, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Catch. GG, just total dominance throughout the whole 4 games.
There were some moments that were a bit critical and where they kind of let go of the steering wheel, but at the end of the day, they managed to keep their gold leads, keep the objective, keep their map pressure alive, and that's how they got rewarded with a clean sweep here today. Very well played here from Team Catch. Congratulations to all the winners. But on the other hand, Team Zero also put up a great fight here against them, so we can also be proud of them, of course, too. And if you managed to enjoy this series, feel free to subscribe and follow us for more events here onto the official MLBB Discord server. And in a few hours, we also have the EU finals with some of our fan favorite players coming in here as well. If you're interested to join, feel free to tune in there as well. And that's it from my side.
Hey, let's take it back to our favorite, the one and only host, Z.
GG! The base has fallen, the dust has settled, and we have officially crowned our Challengers Cup 3v3 champions. A massive congratulations to our winners of this event. Congratulations for Team Catch for having that clean sweep for 4-0 against team from the enemy team. So what an absolute masterclass of strategy and mechanics today. They fought through every rotation, every team fight, every high-pressure moment to secure the top spot, walking away with a grand prize of 1,200 diamonds per player. Let's give a big round of applause also to our first runner-up for tonight's event. And to everyone who tuned in, thank you for sticking with us. I hope you managed to snag those giveaway codes we dropped throughout the stream. If you missed the instructions, check the pinned messages in the chat one last time before we close up so you can claim your rewards. And also, we couldn't have this done without you, the players, our global community. To make sure to follow us in Discord server, the official global server of Mobile Legends Bang Bang, so you don't miss any announcement for the next Challengers Cup. Again, this is your Caster Z. It's been an honor hosting you today, and also thank you for everyone, the moderation team, Team YouTube, the event facilitators, and also our amazing casters for tonight, Polkenstern and Pocky, for being the reason for this event to be possible. Again, this is your Caster Z. Stay legendary, keep pressing for those rotation, and we'll see you back in the Land of Dawn. Thank you everyone, and GG.
Morty, are you muted?